Today we're going to talk about the modal verbs can, may, might, and could. Be sure to get out a notebook and a pen because you should take notes during this video. We use these modal verbs to talk about ability, possibility, impossibility, or permission. Other modal verbs indicate obligation and permission. We will not review them today. Today we're going to talk about the modal verbs can, may, might, and could. Be sure to have a notebook so that you can take detailed notes during this slideshow. We use these modal verbs to talk about ability, possibility, impossibility, or permission. Other modal verbs indicate obligation and permission. We will not review them today. Modal verbs signal to our listener or reader what we think by which modal verb we use. Remember, it's all about communication. We will focus on modal verbs in the present tense for the most part. Modal verbs are also used for the future and the past, but we're not going to cover them now. So let's look at a fact sentence. I attend class. This sentence does not contain a modal verb. Example modal sentences. I can attend class. I may attend class. I might attend class. I could attend class. What do they mean to you? Now pause and write down what you think these mean to you. Some of the meanings could be ability. I can attend class. I have the ability to do so. I may attend class. It's a possibility. I might shows a lesser possibility. I could shows both ability and possibility. We're going to go into more detail in just a minute. Now the format for modal sentences is we have the subject plus the modal verb plus the base verb plus whatever makes the complete meaning or the rest of the sentence. And remember, the base verb is the infinitive verb minus the word to. Another example fact sentence, I am late. Possibility sentences, I may be late, I can be late, I might be late, I could be late. In all of these, we're indicating degrees of possibilities so that our listener or reader understands what we're saying. Now, the infinitive verb to be conjugates in the present tense verb as am, is, and are. When we change a fact sentence with am, is, or are to a possibility or a modal sentence, we must change the verb to the base verb be. Let's look at the verbs individually. Now here's where you need to take detailed notes. We use can to talk about what we are able to do. For example, he is so strong, he can lift that car. She can't come before 4 o'clock. The negative means she is unable. Last one, can he teach, is a question. Does he have the ability to teach? We also use can to talk about a general possibility or impossibility. The weather here can get really bad. So if we're in the Antarctic, this sentence would indicate this is a general possibility. These chairs can be folded. Some chairs can and some can't. These indeed have the possibility of being folded. I can't come today indicates impossibility. We use can to say that something is or is not allowed or is not permissible. He can borrow my book if he needs it. You can't smoke in here. You can pay with a credit card. All of these things are allowed. We use can to make an informal request. Now, may is the more correct verb, or another format could be used. Let's look at can. Can I have some juice? Can Tom eat the cake now? Can you come here, please? All of these are informal requests. More properly, we could say, may I have some juice? Can Tom eat the cake now? Again, informal. Could you come here, please? Is another way to make a polite request. Now it's your turn. I'm going to give you sentences, pause, and you're going to change them. Using the modal verb can to, use the modal verb can to change these factual sentences to sentences about ability. I swim. Tom is on time to work. Tom drives for long periods of time. Go ahead and pause it and do your sentences. So the sentences become, I can swim. Tom can be on time to work. Tom can drive for long periods of time. And notice we have to change the previous verb is to be once we use the modal verb in the sentence about Tom. Pause the sentence to change these factual sentences to sentences about possibility. I swim on Tuesdays. Learning English is fun. Tom drives to Chicago in 2 days. Go ahead and hit pause and write your sentences. And your sentences should look like this. I can swim on Tuesdays. Learning English can be fun. Tom can drive to Chicago in 2 days. And again, we're talking about possibility here. Note, can indicates a strong possibility or ability depending upon the entire context. In this one, I want you to use the modal verb can to change these factual sentences to sentences about inability or impossibility. Go ahead and hit pause to change I swim, Anna eats shellfish, Tom drives to Chicago in 2 days. Go ahead and pause. Your sentences should look like this. I can't swim, Anna cannot eat shellfish, Tom can't drive to Chicago in 2 days. Next, I want you to pause to use the modal verb can to change these factual sentences to informal requests. These are mostly going to turn into questions. I swim, Anna eats this chocolate, Tom drives your car. Go ahead and pause. Here's what they're going to look like. Can I swim? Can Anna eat this chocolate? Can Tom drive your car? Let's look at the modal verb could. We use could to make a polite request. Could you open the window, please? Could you turn up the heat? Could you remind him to call? We use could to show a weak possibility. She could be with her parents. We don't know. It's possible. It could take months to find a new place. He could win, but it's not very likely. We use could not or couldn't as the past form of can. He said he couldn't come. This happened in the past. I could not remember who he was. Again, talking about inability in the past. They couldn't understand the teacher. Now it's your turn. Again, you're going to pause after the slides to write your own answers. Use could to change the factual sentences to make a polite request. Again, these are going to be questions. Mark works on Tuesdays. You open the jar for me. I use your pen. Go ahead and pause now. So the sentences could look like this. Could Mark work on Thursday? This is if we are talking about Mark. If we're addressing Mark directly, we would say, Mark, Could you work on Thursday? Next, could you open the jar for me? And could I use your pen? We use could to change factual statements to show a weak possibility. Go ahead and pause after I read the sentences. She travels to Mexico if she has the money. It is a good movie. He buys chocolate for his mom's birthday. Go ahead and pause. The answers would be she could travel to Mexico if she has the money. It could be a good movie. He could buy chocolate for his mom's birthday. These all indicate weak possibility. The ability is there, maybe. Now let's look at may. We use may to show possibility. This possibility is slightly stronger than if we use the modal verb might. What he said may be true. It may rain. Tom may win the race. We also use may to request or give permission. May I speak? Here I'm making a request. You may sit down. I'm giving permission. He may not use the car. Now I'm denying permission. Now your turn. Again, remember to pause to write your own answers. Use the verb may to change these factual sentences to show possibilities. Going to the park is fun. It snows today. Martha remembers her dad's birthday. Go ahead and pause and write your sentences. They should look like this. Going to the park may be fun. It may snow today. Marta may remember her dad's birthday. Now use the verb may to change these statements to requests or to give permission. Go ahead and pause after I read the sentences. I leave early. You work on Wednesday instead of Tuesday. He borrows your book. Now go ahead and pause. The answers could look like this. May I leave early? Request. Now I'm going to give permission. You may work on Wednesday instead of Tuesday. Another request, may he borrow your book? If your sentences are slightly different, don't worry about it as long as you get the main idea. Let's look at might. We use might to show possibility, and again, it is slightly weaker than using may. He might pass the exam, but I don't think he will. We might fail, but let's not think about it. I might visit on Saturday. We use might as a past form of may. The weatherman said it might rain. Again, this happened in the past. She mentioned that she might come. We agreed that it might be dangerous. Now again, it's your turn. Pause after I read the sentences. You're going to use might to change the statements into sentences showing possibilities. He is going to be a nurse. They take a trip every summer. I watch TV in the evening. Go ahead and pause and write your answers. They could look like this. He might be a nurse. They might take a trip this summer. I might watch TV this evening, and ignore the mistake of the word in. Thank you for listening, and you might want to watch the slideshow again because there was a lot of information. Thank you.